me. Excuse my nails. I'm so sorry about that. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while. I'm very into journaling. And it's a practice that, like most of us, I think, like most people, I mean, you know, growing up, you know, sometimes here and there you kept a diary or a sketchbook or whatever. So, that's basically how my situation was like. And, anything from like my early childhood and before that is like, my mom has it kept in like boxes and stuff. But, in terms of like my early young adulthood years, I have these journals that I've kept up with, and I didn't start consistently journaling until, honestly, I'd say last year, like consistently. And here's the thing, I still go through my slumps every now and then. So anyways, this is the first one, not the first one, definitely not the first one, but the earliest one that I have. And it's still, I mean, the last entry was somewhat recently, so yeah. This I started, also excuse like this setup, I don't have like actual equipment or anything. So I started this in 2020, and I was really into like watercolor portraits at the time, and I also had a very, you know, small BTS face. Don't judge me. But anyways, this is me. I need to get back into watercolor again. But yeah, just more drawing, experimenting. I think it's like an unfinished portrait that I was trying to do of probably Jungkook. Oh my gosh. Yeah, some little silly drawings right there.
Side note, forgot to mention this at the beginning. When it comes to people with their journal ecosystems or whatnot, like I've never really kept like separate journals for like separate, like some people have reading journals or book review, whatever journals, or solely just sketchbooks. Some people solely have journals dedicated solely to just like, you know, diary or journal entries or like emotional. So it's
no, it's literally just whatever and whatever I want to put in here. So yeah, just needed to get that out of the way. Again, this was still early 2020, I want to say. Lots of unfinished drawings in here. I don't know why, but as you can tell, I like I have like, you know, just little things here. I wish I could kind of just, you know, show it to you without repercussions, but you know. This is, yeah, it's not that old, obviously 2022, so it's been 4 years. But yeah, another thing, but I liked adding little stickers. Yeah, here we go. These are just like more journal entries that I'm not going to show y'all because privacy. Okay, yeah, again, I was still trying to like get like decorative journaling. So like old drawing that I never finished. I never really finished this part. Okay. Yeah, there's several pages that I just have to skip, so anyways, but yeah. Because honestly, like, again, like I don't organize my journals or everything. I just have one journal. And if I want to write or draw or whatever, I'm just gonna do whatever. But anyways, not inspired. I think this was still 2022. If I'm not mistaken, I'll find out on the next page. Anyways, yeah, this is from 2022. As you can tell, I was still trying to do like the junk journaling type of thing. Moving on. More that I have to cover up. But anyways, this is a dry flower. Dang, 2023. Man, these old Polaroids. Okay. Then we have, again, this was summer 2023. I went to Florida. We went to Universal, and then I went on a small cruise. We were celebrating my siblings' graduation, high school graduation. And then we have Lana Del Rey. The heck? I can't believe I have an actual shell in here. Lana Del Rey, watercolor, drawing, painting thing, whatever. Okay, this is when I started really getting into jump journaling. This one I remember I accidentally did it like upside down, so yeah. But that's what this is supposed to look like technically. Okay. And then next page. I don't know why just another little journaling page. I went to Arena Monterrey. It's from a coffee shop that I went. I don't even remember what I did exactly, but I guess I went to this coffee shop and I kept the little sleeve of the coffee cup. The coffee cup, the coffee cup, the coffee cup. More junk journaling here. I was really getting into all of that. This is interesting because this is an old museum ticket from 2022, but I remember doing this in 2023, so I don't know, I guess I wanted to keep the memory alive. Yeah, just more like aesthetic, like mood board type of journaling and stuff. More drawings. This was supposed to be a Shelley Duvall. I think she died around this time, sadly. I'm sorry, she passed away, and I wanted to just do like a little drawing tribute painting of her, but it kind of came out different looking. And this is supposed to be a Winona Ryder, or a picture of Winona Ryder, but it also came out kind of weird. Oh yeah, and then I went to Chicago the fall of 2023, and I kept the leaves and I taped them in here. I kept the flowers too. Crazy. They're kind of messy now. Okay. This is really sad. The year of 2023, it was a little rough. More so particularly because of, I was moving a lot. I'm so overdramatic. Life is okay. I'm okay. It's just, I was just very sad at the time. Okay. Next page. This is like a Natalie Portman inspired, Black Swan inspired little spread. I kept Five Nights at Freddy's. I think I hot glued this. So many old stickers and stuff, but yeah. Okay, pictures of when I went to Chicago. Technically, this is honestly like a scrapbooking-ish part of my journal. I kept them all in here. That's me with my friends. Yeah, it was such a good fun time. This was again summer of last year. Brandy Melville sticker, more magazine cutouts. Oh yeah, sticker from the Met. I went in March, I remember. Okay. Little postcard thing that I glued. I just really thought the art was beautiful, so I kept it. And this is the other side of like the card, and then this is I put in the. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna open this, but it's just like a little like reminders, little self-love, self-care, mental health reminders for me right there. This was my girls trip to Boston. It was so fun. I loved it. What was this? My pen pal. Oh yeah, I had a pen pal that I don't know if I ghosted them first or if they ghosted me, but like I need to like start writing to them again. We just kind of fell out of touch or contact, and yeah, no. Anyways, more Austin, Barton Springs. So sometimes like I feel like I do like scrapbooking pages, and so this was kind of like what this was. Pictures. Some of the pictures that I took, trying to be like rock star aesthetic. It was kind of fun-ish. I remember it being super hot. Okay. July. So wow, though, it's been like a year from this. It's interesting kind of looking back. I don't want to share the. There's just some more personal stuff in the middle part right there, but yeah, goodbye. And that's this journal. There's a lot that I'm gonna have to cut out because it's gonna be a long video. Okay. And then we have like I remember I had started using like a leather traveler's notebook type of ecosystem, but I was using it like in a pocket size for A6. So this is really short. It's only just for the second half of last year. So it's just about 6 months worth of journaling-ish. Yeah, page size of July 7th. So yeah, man, it's been a year. Yeah, a lot that I still have to skip because it's just really personal. Yeah, but here's just one little page. Okay, this is just one entry. I remember being at the mechanic and I was like sketching this and I felt so like, ooh, I love this little thing, but it's inspired by Pinterest. Yep. I'm not trying to like, I don't know. Another little spread. I remember like, I love this little simple vibe. Okay. Coffee receipt. I'm looking through this and I'm like, dang, maybe I should go back to using a pocket size notebook, but I don't know. Small music I've been into lately. Some drawings. I made mostly with colored pencil and Posca marker. Pretty little flower that I painted. First it was watercolor and then I drew over it. When my car got towed. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Okay. Because it's just not wise. But anyways, yeah. Little drawing that I did at the airport. I remember like again seeing this little Pinterest picture and I was like, oh, I want to draw that. So anyways, that's that. I'm proud of it. More Chicago stuff. I went there like, I've been there several times because I have friends there, so that's me at the Willis Tower. More Chicago. This was my flight ticket. And I flew standby, so I, will always last. More Chicago stuff. Another page of just like junk journaling, whatever you want to call it. And a little entry that I did at the beach. Covering up this journal entry, but I have this cutesy little drawing. Again, inspired by Pinterest. Don't feel like showing that entry, all of it, because it's personal. I'm scared to show it because I'm pretty sure I wrote like some crazy stuff. 2 parts, because it's personal, but yeah. Little random page that I drew. That. Another drawing that I got from, I was inspired by Pinterest. Okay, this page, just, I have a little drawing here, and I remember I was ranting about The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then there's just some more ranting about, literally just about that show in the finale. I'm not gonna show that. I'm not gonna show you what I wrote about that show. Oh, I remember, I think at this point, I want to say it's September, October already. I had my tickets already bought for Paris, so I was like doing like a mood board for it. And this page, I miss my pen pal tag. I need to like reach out to them again and do more pen pals. Okay, more drawings here, just random drawings. More scrap or junk journaling-ish. I go to this museum. I've been to this museum several times, as you can tell, throughout the years. I'm not even gonna show the rest of that, but anyways, just more personal entries, but I just wanted to like kind of show off like my little, I don't know, I kind of have like a vibe going on with my entries and stuff, and like making it aesthetic. More random weird drawings. I'm not the best artist, by the way. I kind of suck, but anyways. Covering up this journal entry because it's too personal. I went to the Virgin. I went to St. Thomas in October. More stuff that I'm covering up, like, yeah, little much that I did on the paper. That's the back, obviously. And then I marked right here from January to June 2026 is when I started officially using it. And this was my first entry. Technically it was December, but in my head I was like, you know what, at this point it's basically 2026, right? So yeah. My little Metro card for Paris, another little Paris restaurant. I was actually at the beach whenever I did this drawing, and then this was when I had gotten back at this point. And I started kind of like getting all of my souvenirs together, like kind of organizing them. This was London. And then this is Paris. This is from a yogurt. Really terrible lighting picture Polaroid that I got of the Eiffel Tower, but you can barely see it. It's just almost pitch black. More Paris stuff. Oh, when you go to Louis Garmin, you can get like this little like newspaper thing, and at the back of the newspaper they have like these little cutouts that you can add to your journal. So I kind of did that. This was my Versailles ticket. It's just that I glued it so you can't really see the back. Just another drawing that I did here. A lot of stuff is, I always leave so many, drawings unfinished and everything. But yeah, just more stuff. I think maybe you guys could kind of see it in the other journal too, but like, obviously like I have some entries that are in Spanish, but I think I mostly journal in English. Just another page. I did this with Posca marker. I can speak Posca marker. Just more journal entries. What a random page, honestly. I don't even know what's going on here. More pages. Another drawing, and then just another little small entry in there. Another drawing. Another drawing. Another entry. These pages because it is birds in them. Okay, and then